polypropylene line and a hemp line and a nylon or polyester line. The differences in these, this is your first line, or the oldest that was used, this hemp, and it's a little stiff and hard to work with, and it doesn't have the tensile strength that the other two lines have either. Also, it's affected by salt and by sunlight and by age. The polypropylene line is also affected by ultraviolet from the sun, and over time will become brittle and deteriorate. The strongest type of line is the polyester or nylon line. This is the strongest of the two types of polyester. This is called a double braid, and this is a 3-strand. The double braid is, you can see, is interwoven and has a core, and it will hold a tremendous amount of pull and of load. So those are your basic types of line, and those are the ones that we'll be working with today to tie the different type of knots. I briefly want to cover the whipping process. This is something that you'll be able to use and you'll need to know how to use when dealing with several different types of line. I'm going to show you the basic whipping process, and the one that I like to use because it holds the knot securely at the end, the bitter end of the line. It keeps it from unraveling and creating a problem or a mess while you're trying to tie your knot or work with your line or rope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bight or a loop and lay it along the bitter end or the end that you want to put the whipping on, and then I'm going to take the standing end of our whipping and I'm going to start wrapping back up toward the bitter end in a uniform and barrel type formation, just like that. Rule of thumb on this, you want to wrap as many times or as thick or wide as the diameter of your line. So that would be, in this case, about a 1/2 inch. And that's just about what I have here. Once I get to this point, I want to pass the standing end through the bight that was created to begin with, and then pull the bitter end that we left down here back into the middle of our whipping. You might have noticed this, I don't know if you have or not, but I tied knots in the end of my whipping because I'm using this